Hello, my name's Graeme Hopkins. I'm presently releasing a series of videos inspiring you to allow your intuitive thoughts to impact your mind in everyday life. When you feel connected to your intuition, you feel good about yourself, and then you are free to fulfill your inner desires. One of the most common questions people ask is, I'm afraid. So what are the risks if I embrace this change? This is another good question, of course. Most feelings of fear come from the pictures that we hold in our mind, which create the perspective that we're not worthy and that we're not good enough. Fear is normally generated when we try to, or we are forced to, move out beyond the self-imposed concepts that consume our reality. Fear, of course, can be real when we're in danger. However, most of our fears are mere illusions. It is this illusion that we hold in our mind that eventually makes it become circumstantial. In other words, we create our own reality. However, if our reality has a foundation based on fear, then that reality is not based on truth, and it is merely a distortion of the truth. We often call this a deception or a lie. These pictures or internal representations that we hold in as imagination in our mind keep us imprisoned to our darker side. So how prevalent are these internal representations that do not serve us? Well, we are told that the average person has about 65,000 thoughts each day. 65,000. And about 80% of these thoughts are negative. This means that 80% of your thought life is actually working against you and trying to bring you down. And 20% are arranging themselves to bring you into more life. Given the choice, which internal representations would you prefer to employ? It is obvious that given the choice, everyone would choose the internal representations that serve us and extol our goodness. So here's the main point. It requires choice. It is your own spiritual awareness that brings that choice. So what are the risks if you change? If the change is void of your own resistance and any striving to become, then there is absolutely no risk involved. The real question is, what are the risks if you don't change? Imagine yourself on a building site without any regulations. Suppose you had no hard hat or helmet, and there was an 80% risk of something falling on your head and causing harm. In this case, no doubt you would employ logic to calculate the risks involved. And I would dare say that not too many people would take that risk if given the choice. The only reason you would enter that building site is if you were not aware of the risk. However, stop and consider this. More than likely, you operate at these levels of risk in your mind every day, without even being aware of it. This is Graeme Hopkins. If this video has struck a chord in your heart, and you would like to receive 21 free videos of the top questions people ask about how they can feel fulfilled, live their own truth, and confidently meet their desires, then visit www.mindmanifesto.com. Thank you so much for your time.